Good evening, everyone, from Greenville, South Carolina. Day 2 of the Greenville Coin Show. With you can see the guys behind me there. There's Mickey, and there's Eric, and there's Brian. And then I'm up in the corner of your screen. We have managed to. Oh, wait, we can't do double volume. Okay, there we go. We have managed to go to 2 days of a coin show amidst all of our trouble creating and everything else we've been doing. And all the fun we've been having.
And Clemson lost, by the way.
And Clemson lost today, by the way, which is always a good thing. And so we are here and ready to get us started on this wonderful adventure of showing you all the wonderful things that we found at the show. And let's say we get started. How's everybody doing? How many people are actually here? Everybody who's actually here. I've got a 7 on my screen. Everybody who's actually here, just say hello. Regardless of whether you actually, well, I mean, in the chat.
I'm in the chat.
Okay. Everybody who's actually in the chat that I can't hear, say hello from behind me. Because I'm seeing mostly people that are here. There's 75 in pennies. We are enjoying. We're about to show you how we're enjoying. And they're over here talking about whatever they're looking. They're looking at 1928 S pennies, I think, right now. But we have had a really good weekend together. We've been doing a lot of soul searching, a lot of coin searching, and a lot of just being friends. And we always get together for these things. We're going to be breaking up tomorrow morning. And everybody's going to their respective homes. Brian's the only one that's going to stay here. But there's James Worley. Hello, James. There's Malcolm. Got a few people in here. We've got 8 people in here now. We had to delete the stream that we had started this on, and there are a whole lot of people probably planning on coming to that stream that can't find it. And, well, there's Tim Morrell.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing, Tim? We're getting ready to show some pretty coins. I'm going to go ahead and show one just to get us started. These are going to be coins by Eric. And here's what I want you to do. Kind of as we go along, I want you to write down what you see and give us an idea at the end of the show, or at the end of the show and tell part. I want you to give us an idea by voting for your favorite list of coins to who was the coolest coin hunter this weekend. All right, we're going to start with Eric. And here is Eric's first coin. This is a 1951S. I've got my lighting is way off. Hang on just a second here. Big old silver coins shine up a lot brighter. There we go. It's a 1951 San Francisco Mint, $50. And this one happens to be an RPM. Repunch mint mark alert right here. It's not real easy to see. Let me get the lighting up a little bit brighter. I have to gain up some and get the lighting a little brighter. And right down here on the lower serif, you can see a cut made in the lower serif. And then up here in the upper serif, you can see a secondary upper serif. And right over here, you can see just a little tiny bit of an extra mint mark. And there is that. Now, see, we don't only look at Lincoln cents here. Look at a lot of stuff. Here is the next coin by Eric. This one is a 1951D RPM, and we found all this stuff in the last 2 days. There's a 51D RPM number 18. This one found by Eric. It's a 1mm number 18, 1951D. Coin's in pretty good shape. It is a BU red coin. That's the next one by Eric. Next one's a 51D as well. And this one is 1951D RPM number 8. Nice tripled mint mark there. Eric found that one this weekend. So we've got 3 for Eric so far. We're only going to show a few coins from each person, not a whole lot. Now, 51D number 8. You see to a 1946 Lincoln cent. Yep. And it's an unlisted double die reverse. We're going to take a look around, see if we see anything else here that Eric could have missed in his first jaunt with this coin. I highly doubt that, though. Turn the lighting up just a little bit here. And there we go. Looking for anything on the obverse that could have been missed. Then we're going to flip it over to the reverse and take a look at what we bought this coin as and for. There's nothing there. Date's pretty normal. Everything else pretty normal. Now, check this out. Check this out. Where is it? Here we go. Look at that. The doubling on that coin. Look how thick that is. That's sick. That's right. That is nice right there. It's a little less strong on this side than it is over here. Over here, it's really nice. That's an Eric buyer find right there over this weekend in Greenville, South Carolina. All right, next one up. It's going to be a 1955 D. And this one is one of the really nice 55D RPMs. It's 1955D 1mm004, RPM number 4 for 1955D. Not extremely uncommon, but they are difficult to find in uncirculated condition. So this one does make up for a pretty healthy looking RPM to just be finding at a show like that. So that's a pretty groovy one right there. You can see the upper curve of the secondary mint mark on the inside of the hole of the primary mint mark there. So that's the 55D number 4. Got up next is a 1952D. Not sure that this one is, well, we've got it identified here as RPM 24. So this is probably RPM number 24. Nice double split serif RPM for 1952D. It's 1mm006 or Kaneka RPM number 24. Go ahead next to D. Oh, we're on me now? Okay, let me change this. Do what?
We got them 34s.
Yeah, get out them 34s. Okay, these are ones by me. So here is my name up there now. And yeah, let's start up. 1DO003, 1934. 1DO003. Look at the thickness on that little guy. Looky there. That's a nice thick double die. You can see it there, and you can see it over here on Liberty just a little bit. Very, very sweet double die. And not having a lot of this. Let me try this other. Change my lighting. These things are still in 2x2s. Since we're all kind of shuffling and moving around, we don't want to take them out of the 2x2s until we get home and do something with them. There's that. Hey, Tyler. All right. Extreme doubling. All right, next one.
Let's go down to 34.
All right. This is one of two certified coins we're going to be showing. This one is a 1934 Lincoln cent and MS-65 red. Here we go. And we'll move it up in here and show you the coin. It's pretty nice, but it's not a double die obverse. This one is a rather scarce double die reverse. So we'll take a look at it like this right here and zoom in to the section where the double die shows. Tilt it down that way a little bit. And you can see the doubling on the bottom of the O in one and on the upper and lower parts of the C and E of cent. Right there. If I had my own, see, lighting up, there we go. There's your doubling you can see on the bottoms of those letters. All right, that's for the 34. Okay, next one is a 1951 proof cent. This is a 1951 proof in proof 65 red brown. Is that? And it's NGC coin. And here is the coin. It's a little bit dark. It's got some toning on, got some color on it. But this one is the cherry picker listed double die obverse. Cherry picker listed double die obverse there. Move the color up just a little bit, get some more lighting on this. You can see it all the way across. In God we trust. There you go. And just a wee little tiny bit of it shows on Liberty, but it's not worth concentrating on. And in the date, we have just a little nipple on the top of the 1. He said nipple. Shut up, Beavis. Let's see. There is that. All right. Next up, we're still on Chuck coins. On Chuck coins, we have a 1940S. 1940S here. And a relatively clean reddish coin. And here on the other side, the purpose and reason for purchasing it is a Class 6 double die reverse. Here we go. We haven't attributed any of this yet, or most of it anyway. It's relatively new stuff. Some of this will come up for sale later. Some of it won't. Just a matter of what happens. Hello, Bill. Let's see. All right, so next up, a 1938D Lincoln cent. This is 1938D, mostly red. We have a very nice, strong doubled eyelid here. Very nice, strong doubled eye. And then on the reverse side, we have a relatively strong Class 6 double die. It's actually Class 2 plus 6. The reason I say that is because this coin has separation lines. You see the separation lines there in the middle of the E, in the middle of each one of the 3 sticks of the E headed toward the rim. There's some separation on the top of the P. There's separation on the top of the L, on the top of the crossbar of the L. And these are indicative of distortion, which is Class 2. Now, you've also got distension because you have areas that don't have any separation lines, and that makes it a Class 6. So when you have both of those classes together, You don't add them up and make them 8. You just put a plus on them to know that you're concatenating class 2 and class 6 together. Class 2 plus class 6. All right. And another one, we ended up with a repunch mint mark right there. Get the lighting up a little bit. You can see it to the west right there. I haven't taken this out and done anything with it or whatnot and whatever, but you can see doubling to the west on that 3. There's a second line out there. And then the reverse on this one is also a class 6 double die reverse, a very strong one. And this we've already figured out what this was. It's a RPM what? It's RPM double die reverse together. And 38D. I think we did. RPM 2 DDR1. Is that right? I think that's right. All right.
Start Brian.
Okay, so that's it for mine. Now let me put in Brian. All right, there we go. So Brian's coins. First one for Brian is this beautiful 1944 S double die obverse. Very beautiful double die obverse. A real strong class 6. Shows up very nicely, very nicely. Well, these aren't actually errors. These are die varieties. But yeah, this is 1DO004 or DDO number 10. All right, next one. Next, we have. Now, you have to understand that when you find Lincoln Cents in proof prior to 1972 thereabouts, and you find one with Cameo. Cameo is relatively uncommon on coins on Lincoln Cents prior to 1972. So this would make you think that this one could be a later example than 1972, and it's not. This is a 1963, and it has Cameo on it, which makes it very scarce. See how a Cameo is the contrast between the field and the devices, or field and the face. And you look on the reverse here, you've got really nice Cameo on the reverse as well. That is a very scarce thing to happen with 1963 proof Lincoln Cents. I can attest to that. I've been through hundreds of rolls of them and have not found very many, because most of those get submitted for grading. Brian picked that one up for a song. Real cheap price. All right, next Brian coin is this one right here. It might be a little difficult to detect if you haven't looked at a lot of these before, but this is a 1947 S RPM number 2. It's a very late die state coin, but you can still see the doubling in the mint mark. Very nice doubling on the mint mark. All right, next one up is a 1960D Lincoln Cent, and it was just marked as a repunched mint mark. It was priced at $9, but I want to show you this. Look at that. RPM number 9. It's one of the scarcest RPMs, and this one's an early die state. It's really pretty. Really, really pretty. You can see can actually see one of the partial Ds, which I don't think I've ever seen this. Partial D below the mint mark. Right down here. To the very south, right in here, there's part of a curve of a mint mark that belongs to this up here. Then you've got this up here, which is a doubled mint mark. So there's 3 mint marks on this. D over D over D. So that's what we have there. Done with Brian coin?
Yeah.
Brian, do you have anything else? Huh? That was it, huh?
Pretty lackluster. I don't have a whole lot, but we got some.
Well, let's take a look at this. 1937D here. This is, oh, I'm sorry. This isn't Brian's coins anymore. Let's move on. Oh, I'm in the wrong place. Forgive me as I figure out what I'm doing here. And there we go. Okay, so this one is by Mickey. 1937D RPM. This one shows repunching to the north up there. Just a little bit of repunching. You can see going to the north. Bring up the light just a little bit. This is a circulated coin. Makes it a little more difficult to see. There we go. You can see the serif up here along with the curve down here. And so this also has a pretty nice double die reverse. Nice class 6 double die reverse on this one. Train my lighting down just a little bit again here. There we go. All right. There's that. So that's on Mickey. Next one up is a 1956D RPM number 3. Figure out where it goes here. There it is. 1956D RPM number 3. That's that half of a D to the north there. Mid-die state coin. Very nice. Circulated, probably extremely fine to AU. Probably a very fine to extremely fine, actually. Let's check. Oh, it's extremely fine. Easily XF.
And they're teaching me how to pick, so.
Yeah, Mickey's a learning cherry picker. There's that. All right. Now, 1954D. This one is an RPM number 2. Very nice doubled mark over a third. It's 1954D RPM number 2. That's also a Mickey coin. Next up, we have, it's a nice little 1919 S Lincoln Cent. What's unusual about this one? Well, it's not an RPM. It's not a die variety at all, actually. This one is a clip planchet. They have a small clip, probably a 5% clip, on a 1919 S. That is very scarce. Very difficult to find coins like this early. Let me flip it over and show you the other side where that clip is. It's up there in Unum.
Is that one big enough to have lights?
It's worn enough that you can't really tell very well.
It's very hard to tell.
Let's see. Yeah, it does. Yeah, you can see a Blakesley effect. Blakesley effect happens when these planchets are actually cut. They're cut before they're upset, which means that the rim is pushed upward after the planchets are punched out. And so they're punched out as blanks and they become planchets once they're upset. Upsetting mill is a thing with, it looks like a trough that the coin goes down, and imagine it squeezing the coin on the edges so it stands the rim up. And that's how that works. Well, when there's this clip like this, it doesn't stand it up because there's not enough metal there to stand up the rim. And then the lack of pressure along the other side, up there between the in and God, they are very, very difficult. You can't, what am I trying to say? You can't press the edge up all the way so it doesn't press up all the way. and you get a slightly weaker appearance to that area of the design. This doesn't always show up, but when it does, it's usually pretty visible. Usually, it's more visible on the larger clips. This one's just not quite large enough to make that, but that was a good find for Mickey, for sure.
Other than the book, that's it.
Other than the book, okay. So we can change back over to this, and I'm going to bring my camera in. There we go. Now I'll be able to show it to you.
Yeah.
Mickey picked up an old Library of Coins album, Lincoln Cents, and I'm sorry, this is Jefferson Nichols, and it is nearly full. It has some holes left open for people to find, or for Mickey to find the remainder of the set. There's no silver on it. I don't think there's any silver.
One.
There is a silver.
43.
This is dated 45. 45p.
Oh, my, what? I can't put it wrong.
There's a 45.
I mean, whatever. I thought it said.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I thought it said.
Where's my loot? We'll find out.
Here you go, Luke.
Okay. Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. We'll find out real quick. It is a 1945.
No.
But there's a silver nickel in here. Mickey got this book right here for $15. Boys and girls, $15. That is sweet. That's right. I bought a pair of Lincoln Cent books, but there's not really anything of any value in them. No. Let's see. I don't know that we really have anything else here. We have a number of bluegills, yes. Make this small again. All right. Brian and Eric, you guys are on camera. Big B, you want to turn around and say hello? No? Okay. Yeah, your camera's over here. Yeah. And what about Eric? Eric's here? Eric is here. Eric's back there in the background. So here's my question for you. Is there anyone here who has any questions while I'm sitting right next to the man and he can answer your questions? Because there's two long-term experts back there right behind me. Farm Dog says, hey, Eric and Brian.
Hey, Farm Dog.
If we can get any questions in here, we'll try to get them answered, that's for sure. And we are going to be ordering in Oriental food this evening.
Hello, 75 and pennies, baby.
We can do a Pepsi.
I'd be more like it tonight after last night. Pepsi.
Right, yeah. Pepsi without whiskey. We don't need any assistance this evening. Right?
That's exactly right.
Long drive, so
right, yeah. We have a 4-hour drive, 4.5-hour drive to get back home. And Mickey's got another hour after we get back to my house. What were some we saw but didn't get? Was there anything that we saw and did not buy that were like possibles that we didn't? It's a pretty big show.
An 83 double die reverse, 72 double die number 1.
83 DDR and a 72 DDO. Both were overpriced.
I did show Mickey a 1920 VF rotated reverse.
Yes.
Did you not buy it?
I got it.
It was, yeah.
A little over.
So it was a what?
It was just a little bit of.
It's a 1920, 135 degrees rotating. ANAX VF 30 or 35.
Was it annotated on the holder?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was an annex certified rotated reverse in 1920 with Lincoln cent. And it was a very fine coin. And it was a bit overpriced, so Brian did not pick it up because he already had one. They wanted $60 for this one.
72 DDO was $1,200.
What?
$1,200 in a MS64 red soapbox annex holder.
72
And,
DDO.
the 83 DDO was
Let me nix this camera here. And we'll do it like this.
It was grossly overpriced. I didn't even make him an offer. I didn't want to offend him.
There we go.
I did see like a video.
Figure
Remember that was like $700.
Yeah, it was.
What are you watching?
You.
No, I mean, oh, you are, I guess. Okay, so here we are. And I'm ready to take your votes for whose stack was the pretty stack. Is it Eric? Is it Brian?
Yeah.
Is it Chuck or is it Mickey? You can give me your votes and I'll tally them up. I don't know how many votes we're going to get. There's 22 people here. But a little recap again. There's a so I'm in the wrong place for that.
Yeah.
There's a short stack of pretty decent coins for Eric. We got 6 of them here, including the 51S, $50, 51D RPMs, a 46 double die, 55D RPM 4, and a 52D RPM 24. All very nice coins. And we have the Chuck stack. And Chuck stack was a 1938D double die reverse and an RPM. The 1938D with a double die obverse and double die reverse. The 1940S with a double die reverse, class 6 double die reverse. Then we had a 1934 with a double die obverse. And then had the 1951 proof, NGC 65 red brown with the double die obverse. And then there's the 1934 with the double die obverse.
Obverse or reverse?
Oh, no, this one's the reverse. This one,
That's not my vote.
that's right. That's actually double die reverse on this one.
Yeah, that's going to be cool. Let's give us 5.
And then we have on Brian's list, we have a 1960D RPM number 9. We have a 1947S RPM number 2. We have a 1963 proof that is actually a cameo. He paid $3. That is. Proof cameo at $3. And then a 1944S with a very nice class 6 double die obverse.
I'm sticking with the 30-40.
Then we have Mickey's finds. Look, he has the 1919S clip. And then a 1954D RPM 2. A 1937D RPM and DDO. Or DDR, I'm sorry. RPM and DDR. And then there's the 1956D. And this is RPM number 3. And then the Jeffersonian nickel book. Okay.
Yeah.
You win, Chuck. I was due for a loss.
Yes.
The 34 wasn't fair.
Well,
Actually, both 34s. They would be like 1 and 2.
let's see.
That's not even fair competition.
There's 1, 2 for Chuck. There's 2 for Eric. Eric wins for the most funds. 75 and pennies votes for all of us. So we all get a vote. And then there's Malcolm and James. Both say Chuck, so here I am. Otis says Ben. He wants to buy all of them.
Ben.
Yeah, Otis Ben the whole stack.
We're gonna fight for the 34.
All right, so I digress. Finding a 1934 DDR like that in a red slab is a huge find.
I'll find it in DF. I think the DDO is too, or even in raw.
Oh, that's
Trying to find another one.
the raw 34 DDO in
Those
in
are
red.
top two.
Yeah, and then the 51 proof double die obverse is it's FS 101, isn't it? Yeah, FS 101 for proof.
Top three. And then the cameo.
That cameo is a really sweet one. Well, the thing that I got out of the whole thing, the big win for me was being able to hang out with these dudes and do something that was fun for all of us, and that we have to look over this way when we're doing camera things now because that's where we're broadcasting. And we got to do this again. I want to
Pick a show.
thank Brian for hosting a lot of us, and we did. I don't know if we're doing a fire again tonight, but we did fires the last 2 nights in the backyard, bonfires, where we had a great time sitting around chewing the fat about coins and talking about, well, people, I guess. We had fun though. And that's all we've got for now, without further questions. Are there any other questions for the peanut gallery here? If there's any other questions for the peanut gallery, we can get you on there. See, Tyler asked if anyone's ever seen or heard of a 2020 P nickel with a possible doubled eye.
Class 4 or the 6.
They do have it.
It's not.
Yeah.
Probably be a double. You know what I'm saying? Not kind of like
Right.
glass. It's like sorry.
We haven't seen anything to that effect, Tyler, but we're not saying it can't exist.
Only
Yeah.
thing I've heard is 2020 P nickels are packed double. That one is that.
2023 P nickels are packed with double dies.
I've got it.
No, what yet? No tea yet? Oh, not yet.
Roger.
Not yet. There's Mr. Borland.
See, he's working on 2023 DDRs and right now. Who is? Roger Borland.
Yeah, I suppose I can bring up a.
I'll have one of my 20. Where's that found?
Go ahead and sending it to cd@coppercoins.com. Can I send onto my email on this machine?
You can.
Okay.
I also
Switch
want to
camera.
thank these guys for taking me in and really helping me out with all this also. You're giving me a morning headache.
It's good fun.
I'm having a blast.
It's going to take him a little while before he really learns to run with the guys, but
He's doing great. That's good. Great. Great.
yeah, it's did I do that right? I think so. Nope. Wrong password. Wrong password. Never mind. I can't look at my email right now because I don't know my password right offhand. Mid and late 50s, mostly unk. Were we just working on trying to get the 1950s filled for an album? We have lots of those.
Sure. Beef lo mein.
Beef. You're doing beef lo mein. I'll do sesame chicken.
Sesame
Hustle.
with lo mein.
So it has sesame chicken.
Yeah, and I want mine with rice.
Fireworks?
Fly lice, yes.
Here. It's wanting to add all sorts of stuff.
No dirty words, boys and girls.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. This is a family channel here. We're not making this for kids.
I was just
We
asking.
were out. My wife quilted and cleaned the house like a good one.
What did the wives do while you guys were out?
And
Mine probably danced all over the house and had fun with the dog.
that's what
I would have had to talk to mine to know, so I had to put it.
But going there.
And, well, of course, that doesn't apply to Dr. Allen over here, who is our host, in part because he's a bachelor. Let's see.
here, I could,
Roger wants Kung Pao chicken.
are we getting combo meals or we get Sharon?
You get one that has the
all right.
you get one that has the combo should have egg roll.
Or otherwise, 60 points to your systolic blood pressure.
You guys aren't moving enough to even make the video look like it's a video. It looks like a damn picture.
I know.
Well, we're going to get that shirt.
You join me?
Yeah.
Hey, he got a week.
Let's get it going.
He got a nickname for the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
It's because he refused to wear a shirt around us. Gets out of bed and he just walks in here in his undies like
Like I live
it's
here.
like he lives here. I mean, you know, you can't exactly do that, right?
You guys would look at going.
Yeah, right.
Otherwise, it would. Or maybe said that.
Actually, my camera just died.
All right.
Did it?
Food is ordered.
Yeah, my camera just died. All right, folks, we're good enough. We're good to be done for the day. I appreciate everybody showing up. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us, and you got to see some of the wonderful stuff we found at the show. And I will talk to you. What is today?
Monday.
Today's Saturday. Today's Saturday. We'll talk to you on Monday. I'm going to do a couple of reveals on Monday, and I may even do one tomorrow evening, but it'll probably be Monday. And then we'll do the reveal show coming up on Monday, and then we've got a small auction coming up on Tuesday. I'm not going to do a whole lot of stuff, but there will be some. So you guys take care, and we'll be headed out of here tomorrow morning, and I'll see you later.
Thanks.
Good night, everybody.